Like, honest to God.
Alrighty. Alright.
Is it recording your voice?
Yes, it is. Alrighty.
Alright.
We're doing Soldier. We got a special guest appearance. He has been on the channel, like, I think once. I think you've been on the channel exactly once. It's your boy Jace.
Is it me? Is it me?
And then Kieran.
On almost every video.
He's in literally every video in existence. But today we'll be ranking, well, they will be ranking TF2 Soldier weapons based on how they think they play out. Alright, so first off, we got the primary weapon for Soldier, the rocket launcher. Has exactly 4 rounds in the clip, or in the magazine, or however, in the tube. Has 20 rounds in reserve, and does about 90 damage per direct hit. What do you guys think?
Okay. Well, I think it's the regular one. Okay, so if you don't unlock most things, I feel like fun and good would be good. Right, good spot for it, because it's the base thing.
Yeah.
But why are you already putting that one in there?
That's a reskin of the same gun. It just happened to be here too, so ignore that.
Okay.
Jace.
I think that would be fun and good because for most people, it's their first weapon, and they base everything off of that first weapon. So I think it'd be fun and good.
Yeah, what do you think, Jace?
Well, you know, I was gonna go with fun and good originally, but I'm gonna go with optimal because while
There's
rocket
only
launchers,
suboptimal.
Best
Best in
suboptimal.
slot,
Sorry.
fun plus good, okay, suboptimal, terrible, and worst in slot.
All right, I'm gonna say I didn't mean optimal. Suboptimal. I'm gonna have to go with suboptimal because, well, you know, rocket launchers are fun and they do a lot of damage. They take some time to get used to aiming.
Sure, this one doesn't have any arc. I hope you know that. This one has no arc. The projectile's a little slow, but not super slow.
Well, there you
Okay,
go.
he's never played the game. I played the game a couple times.
Alright, so now we got the direct hit. It has a 25% damage bonus, 80% projectile speed, and it multiplies the damage of airborne targets by 1.3. However, has a 70% explosion radius decrease.
I'm gonna have to put that at fun and good or best in slot. It's up to however Jace thinks.
Jason,
I'm gonna also say fun and good. That sounds
okay.
Very nice way to do it.
Alright, now the black box. On hit, getting up to 20 health per hit. However, you only have 3 rounds in the tube.
I'm
Good
gonna say
one.
suboptimal.
Suboptimal, huh? Jace?
I'm gonna say fun and good while it lasts.
Okay, how about okay-ish?
We'll put in A-okay. Alright, the
Alright.
rocket jumper. Plus 200% max primary ammo, and you take no damage when you try to rocket jump. However, the gun itself also doesn't do any damage, gets no random crits, and you can't capture the intelligence or capture the flag.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Okay.
Because you can only use your secondary.
Yeah. Alright, the Liberty Launcher. Plus 25% clip size, so you get 5 rockets, plus 40% projectile speed, and minus 25% less damage taken from your own rockets. However, your rockets do 25% less damage.
I'm gonna say okay-ish.
Jace?
I'm gonna say suboptimal.
Explain.
Yeah, explain.
First of all, I didn't hear the first half of it. My internet was going insane.
Okay, you get 5. You get 1 extra rocket, so you get 5 in the tube, and your projectiles move 40% faster.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That's gonna be. Put that at fun and good.
Fun and good.
And I say A-okay-ish, Jace, because look, minus 25% damage, you're only doing 90 damage on a direct hit.
Yeah, that's just with the base gun. So take the base gun and subtract 25% damage. I'm not gonna tell you
So
the
you're
stats,
only doing
but
around around 70 to 65 damage.
Well, also, how much health does each player have?
So, to make
So it
things
depends on the
simple, if
player.
we're going with a regular encounter, most of your enemies are gonna have between about 125 to around 200.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So
Might
I'm
have
saying
to.
okay-ish. I'm saying okay-ish because as you do get a extra shot, which in the long term, if you hit every shot, does more damage than the base one. But you will never always hit your shot.
True.
That's why you need the explosion radius. And because it has that, I do feel like I feel like it'll be actually fun and good. Honestly, fun and good. Because you get more rounds, and I feel like if you're in a game and you play, you want more rounds.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. And then you have to reload.
Alright. Now we got the Cow Mangler 5000. This has unlimited ammo, but still only has 4 rounds, but you have unlimited reserve ammo. If you press right click, you can charge up a shot using all 4 of your rounds. However, on a direct hit can do upwards of 110 damage and fire damage. And if you use the right click on a sentry gun, it disables it for 4 seconds. Any building, actually. However, it has no random crits and only does 20% damage to buildings. So you'll end up doing around 7 damage to buildings. And it only mini crits if it would regularly crit, it would only do mini crits.
I'm gonna say okay-ish.
What do you think, Jace?
Oh. Well, other than the bad damage to buildings, I think the rest of that sounded pretty good, so I think I'll go with... I'll go with fun and good.
Okay. I'll put a thing on the screen where Jace's rankings, if they're any different. Alright, now this one. The Beggar's Bazooka. If you hold mouse 1, you can load up to 3 rockets, and if you release mouse 1, you unleash all the rockets at once. However, every rocket only has minus 20% has a minus 20% explosion radius, and the rockets don't go perfectly straight. They have a 3-degree arc of deviation. So they can either go straight, they can go 3 degrees up, they can go 2 degrees up, they can go 3 degrees down. And if you try to load in a 4th rocket, you start blowing yourself up. And I guess this is a new stat to me. No ammo from dispensers when active.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I'm gonna say okay-ish.
Really?
I think okay-ish. I mean,
The only upside to it is that you get to hold the shoot thing and then release all of them at one time.
That's a lot of damage.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say for the...
Okay, but
is the lots of damage. I'm sure at close range you absolutely destroy yourself, but like
you don't get any ammo from dispensary.
Yeah,
You can
but
still get it from ammo
mid-range-
packs.
mid-range, I feel like that would be a very dominant weapon.
Yeah, but you do hurt yourself if you load a single more than 3.
So, suboptimal?
Yeah, suboptimal.
Yeah, let's go suboptimal.
Alright, the airstrike. More plus 15, less damage taken from rockets from yourself. So if you shoot the floor, you'll take 15% less damage. And increase attack speed and smaller wait, hold on. That doesn't explain. Okay, for every kill you get 1 extra round in the clip, scaling up to 9 rounds in the magazine in the clip tube. However, every rocket only does 15% less damage and has a minus 10% explosion radius. Also, if while in the air, your fire rate is increased by like 50%, so you can like unload a lot of rockets.
Okay, I think this might be best in slot.
Jace?
I'm gonna have to agree with that, best in slot, because if you're constantly jumping around, nobody stands a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Like they're dead. Like
So
because
I'm
that's
gonna.
a lot of.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, well, we do need a Worston slot, and I'm gonna assume that you guys are gonna pick the rocket jump over the Worston slot,
Yeah.
the one that does
Probably.
more
That one's pretty
damage.
bad.
All right. But yeah, that I guess that makes sense. All right, now the shotgun. 6 rounds, upwards of around 90 damage at close range if all the pellets connect. Like 32 rounds as in reserve, secondary.
I'm gonna say fun and good.
Just the base shotgun.
Just a base shotgun. You can have it for fun. I'm gonna say A-okay-ish actually, because it is just a shotgun.
It is just a shotgun, yes.
Yeah, it's not really
It's nothing special,
OP, and
nothing too crazy, just a shotgun.
nothing too crazy, not horrible. It's a gun that can kill people.
Yeah. And now the buff banner. This is one of his 6 weapons that you cannot actually equip yourself, but act as like a background item. But except for these 3, there's 3 of them that you can actually hold that act. Never mind, they're a buff thing. Provides if once you do around 400, 500 damage, you can use the bugle that it gives you, and it gives everyone on your team and everyone around you mini crits, which is multiplying their damage by 1.3 times.
I'm gonna say that's best in slot.
Oh,
Just imagine you're in a spot, you have the rocket launcher, they're all huddled in a little. You fly up by jumping and shooting the ground, and you fly over to them, boom, and do a whole bunch of damage just to give everyone mini crits to kill a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
I do think that's really good.
Jace?
that is kind of cool. That kind of reminds me of the stuff I've seen about the Doctor and Heavy combo.
Alright.
Yeah, and also, look, another really good thing about this, right? It doesn't take up your secondary, it doesn't take up your melee, it
No,
doesn't take up
this is your
special
secondary. This is a secondary weapon.
Oh, but it's you don't have to hold it to use
Yeah,
it.
well, you have to hold a bugle, and then you have to blow the bugle once you've hit 500 damage. So you have to do
But
500
still,
damage, and then you can blow the bugle, which gives you about 8 seconds of mini crits.
still though, that's really good. That's really good.
Alright, the gunboats. You take 60% less damage from your own rockets.
I'm gonna say that's fun and good.
I mean, it's just kind of there, you know. I mean, think about it. You get this and these. That's like minus 95% damage, and you actually have a rocket launcher, which outclasses this entirely.
What's the weapon where you can hold it down to launch multiple rockets?
The suboptimal beggar's bazooka.
Yeah, I feel like if you pair those two, that you would turn that weapon
It says
into
from rocket
a-
jumps. So if you shoot the ground, then you go up.
No, it's misleading. It's just rocket stun to yourself.
Oh, okay.
Rocket
Then yeah,
shot
a
by
pair would be
yourself.
nice.
All right, so fun and good,
Yeah, fun and good.
Chase.
Yeah, fun and good.
All right, battalion's backup. Already, it gives you a plus 20% max health on wearer, so you get a casual 220 health. Also, when you hit about, I think it was 500 damage, all sentry damage from all damage coming from sentries onto your team as well, and including you, is reduced by 50%, and no one on your team, while under the effects of the battalion's backup, can take crit damage or mini crit damage, and 35% damage from all sources is reduced.
Can I have multiple in best in slot?
Nope.
I think we switch. Yeah, and then put that one in fun and good. That one's good. It's only positives.
True, except for you don't have a secondary weapon.
Yeah, but at the same time though, you don't have to pull out a bugle, blow it.
No, yeah, you have to do that for this one and this one coming up.
Oh.
But you get 20.
Still, though.
You get 20 max health.
You get 20 max health, so you have enough health to be able to pull it out for a second.
Yeah, at least.
25 max.
You get a plus 20 health. Soldier has 200, so you get 220 health.
And then provides a defense buff that nearby teammates
Provides nearby
from
teammates from
crits.
crits, incoming sentry damage, and 35% from all sources. Rage increases through damage done.
So yeah, I think that's best in slot.
Okay.
I kind of want to play TF2 now.
Hey. Alright, now the Conjurer. Plus 4 health regenerated per second. So you just get a health regen. And when you use the Bugle, which is actually the least, you only got to do 400 damage in this, which a heavy has about 300, so it's not too difficult to do. You give your entire team a speed bonus, and all damage that your team does to enemies gets returned to them as health, including yourself.
I think I'm gonna put that in fun and good. Still think that
Fun and
other
good,
one's
yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty solid, pretty solid. And the man treads. It's a lot of blue, but hear me out now. You take less push force taken from damage, so things like air blast, rockets from opposing enemies, explosions in general will push you back 75% less, and landing on top of players' heads does 3 times the damage you would typically have done to yourself. So if you take 40 self damage from fall damage, but you land on someone, you do 120-ish, 120 damage to that player. You also take 75% less air blast taken, and you get more control in the air while you're rocket jumping.
I think this one's gonna also be put in fun.
That's fair. That's fair. It only benefits yourself, and you don't really get a shotgun, so you have to know how to rocket jump in order to use this relatively effectively, but yes.
So yeah, because you do have to like be really, really good at like making sure you're gonna land on someone.
Yes. Jace.
Sorry, what?
He's watching TikTok. Wow.
The boots.
No, I'm not watching TikTok.
The boots.
I'm spacing out.
I'm not reading all
The
that.
boots.
All right. What was it? I apologize.
You
Okay,
take
well, it's
less
gonna be
push
fun and good.
force. You take more you do more damage to enemies you land on. You take less push force again from pyro, and you get increased air control.
Oh, I'm gonna have to say fun and good for that.
All right. The reserve shooter mini crits people who are airborne from rocket jumping, and it deploys 20% faster. However, you lose 34% of your clip size, which is 4 rounds.
I think I'm gonna put that in suboptimal.
Suboptimal.
Yeah.
Guess that's pretty fair.
I'm gonna have to also say suboptimal. Yeah.
All right.
Because if I'm being honest, every time I've ever played the game, I've never really seen anyone in the air, besides maybe once or twice.
Yeah. All right. The righteous bison. It fires a laser projectile, moves relatively quickly. This thing does not require ammo. It has about 4 shots. The projectile penetrates enemy targets, and it cannot be deflected. However, the only downside is it does minus 20% damage to buildings, so you'll be doing around 4 damage a shot to buildings.
Buildings that's in sentries and stuff like that.
Sentries, teleporters, dispensers, but that's it. Everything else you're doing full damage to.
I would put it in. I would put it in best in slot if it wasn't for that, but I'll put it in fun and good.
Projectile penetrates enemies' targets. Projectile cannot be deflected. I'm gonna say A-okay-ish.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. I know you just said it, but can you re-say it again? I'm trying to refresh my memory.
Alright. The gun does not require ammo. It fires a relatively fast-moving laser projectile. The laser can penetrate enemy targets, and it cannot be deflected by pyros. However, the projectile only does around 4 damage a shot to buildings.
Yeah, actually, I'll put that in fun and good.
Alright. Now, the base jumper. You get a parachute. when you press the space bar.
Terrible.
Terrible.
It's not gonna be worse than slot, but it's pretty bad.
The panic attack. 50% more bullets per shot, and it deploys 50% faster, and it shoots it around a rectangle fashion. However,
Erectile.
rectangle fashion. However, every bullet does about 20% less damage, which equates to about 2 less damage per shot. And every shot that you hit with a shotgun, it becomes less accurate.
I'm gonna say that's suboptimal.
Yeah, suboptimal. I could get kind of shitty after a little bit.
Yes. Alright, so worst in slot's gonna be the parachute.
Yeah. And hold on, which one are we gonna put in terrible? Because I feel like we've literally only put nothing. We've literally put nothing in.
Well, I mean, it was either terrible or the worst thing in the slot. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna say it now. I think this round's got it terrible, but that's just me. The shovel,
Okay.
65 damage a swing, fires every about a second, or no, maybe about half second, 0.7 seconds, something like that. 65 damage a swing. It's your melee weapon.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be okay. Because it's
Yeah.
the regular thing. I mean, like,
I mean, you can't get more stock than this.
yeah, like it has no bad things about it. It's literally
Alright.
just that.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
The equalizer. Damage increases the more you become injured. By the way, just putting it out there, soldier is the second slowest class in the game. Anyways, however, while the weapon is out, you receive 90% less healing from medic.
Suboptimal.
Okay.
Yeah, suboptimal.
Okay,
Like you can use it, you can have it in your inventory, but I probably would only pull it out whenever I'm one and have no ammo.
Alright. The pain train. While capturing points, so control points, capture the hill, things like that, you capture +1 faster. So the scout, when he's capturing control points, he captures 2 times faster. As soldier, you could do the same thing now. However, you receive 10% more damage from bullets.
I'm gonna put that in terrible.
Yeah, terrible.
I mean, the upside also, by the way, if you're defending and it's like control points and you're defending the enemy from capturing the control points, this is the only objective downgrade in the game because it won't let you capture the points because you can't capture the points. So you just receive 10% more damage.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting in terrible.
The half Zatoichi, Zatoichi, however you wanna say this. If you kill with this weapon, okay. The weapon has a longer hit range than all of his other melee weapons, and it deploys and holsters slower. However, you gain every time you kill someone, you get 50% of their health back as health, However, you cannot random crit. And if you pull it out, you can't put it back unless you get a kill with it. If you do try to put it back, you lose 50 health. Here's the neat part.
I'm gonna put that as
Hold on. Here's the neat part. If you see another Devilman or soldier holding the half Zatoichi, if you're the first one to hit him, you insta-kill him no matter how much health.
Oh.
It's a duel. I've seen this happen at least 4 times in game.
Okay, I'm gonna say A-okay-ish. All because of if you pull it out and you can't put it back. You can't put it away.
You can't put it away unless you want to sacrifice 50 health.
And 50 health is
about a fourth of your health.
Yeah.
Unless you have the battalion's backup. Okay. Disciplinary reaction. If you hit your teammates with it, you make them go faster for several seconds. However, it does 25% less damage.
Honestly, I'm gonna put that in okay-ish.
Okay.
Because look. So you pull it out at the start of the game. You hit a few people, and then you switch back to your main. You don't take any, like,
Yeah.
you don't have to use it.
Yeah.
But you give buffs to your teammates. You don't have to hit people with it.
Yeah, you don't have to hit enemies with it. You can just hit your teammates when you're out of spawn. Or in the middle of combat. You make heavies move the same speed as you. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good trade-off.
Chase?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll just go with A-OK-ish. This is Kieran's video
Yeah.
now. Alright. If you hit
Alright.
the Market Gardener based off a true World War II Operation Market Gardener. Anyway, this weapon, if while in the air from rocket jumping, does a guaranteed critical hit of 195 damage. However, it has a 20% slower firing rate and has no random crits.
Suboptimal.
Suboptimal.
Okay. Now the escape plan. The less health you have, the faster you move if you have the weapon out. However, while having the weapon out, you take all mini crit damage from if you hold the weapon out, enemies can do mini crits to you. And you receive minus 90% healing from medic if you have the weapon out.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to put that in worst in slot, just so that terrible doesn't have to be put in there, because that one's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That one's pretty bad. Yes, you gain more speed, but what is that gonna do for you?
It's the
Enemies
escape
already
plan.
see
If you're low on health, you move the same speed as like medic, which is the second fastest class in the game. And you could just, like, you gotta get out of there. You're already low on health. The mini crits aren't gonna. Never mind.
But let's say that mini gunner that's shooting you.
Yeah.
And you pull it out to run away because minigunner's scary, especially with medic.
Yeah.
You try and run away, so you pull it out. All of a sudden, you're dead. You're gone.
You're already gonna die if you're low at health. So why not try to get out of there faster? Never mind. Your ranking. Your guys' ranking. So what's the best in slot for the melees?
Ooh, I think I might have to give that to Katana.
Yeah.
Katana being best in slot. Okay.
Actually, no. I'm gonna put it to the speed up because it literally is only a buff.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well,
so
that's the ranking. Let me take a screenshot of this, and I am going to show you guys what the majority of the TF2 community thinks of these weapons, and I'm going to do based on pure facts, not what I like, pure facts. I want to tell you right off the bat, this is not the best in slot. The rocket launcher is the best in slot, solely because it would be the direct hit because you can one-shot scouts. However, it's more of a skill issue. So the rocket launcher is it has the most consistent damage in the entire game. This gun, it takes way too long to get 5 kills with less damage rockets. Battalion's backup, that's okay. You guys were pretty on point with that. I think it's actually, you guys had it right. It was either between the buff banner or the battalion, so it's honestly whichever. And the disciplinary action is the best in slot, I think. Like you guys said, it's a free buff. And I think this got to go down to AOK-ish.
Oh my goodness. Again? It went down from best in slot to AOK-ish.
Yeah. So this, definitely fun and good, along with these two, fun and good. This one is definitely AOK-ish. The sword is also AOK-ish. This, if I could go a tier lower, I would. So there's 6
I knew it! Okay, I knew it! I said suboptimal.
So there are 4 hidden stats that the weapon doesn't show you. It has a 30% slower firing rate. It has 2 less bullets in the magazine. The bullets do anywhere between 10 damage a shot to 104 damage. It's completely random, and you can't count on it. And what else? The reload speed is slower.
Okay.
It's the worst.
Alright.
Fun and good. I think this is right here. Actually, no, we'll go with the shot. I think the shotgun is pretty up there. I mean, you can't really go wrong with the shotgun as soldier.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty okay. No one really uses these because they'd rather do straight damage than go faster. I think these are fine. This is just technically it's the best weapon in the game, but we'll just keep that there for now. The Beggar's Bazooka technically has the potential for the highest DPS output in the game. Technically has the technical highest DPS output in the
That's
game.
potential.
If you just spam mouse 1, you can never go overboard, so you just have a bottomless clip of rockets.
True.
So, what do you mean true? You never even use this weapon. Okay,
I mean,
so
off of what you're saying.
technically, but it's really a skill issue. These are definitely suboptimal. This can be good. It really depends. I think this is okay-ish. You got this one right. This is just, you don't use this one on soldier. And this.
What?
So the thing is, what I was explaining to you, the fact that it gives you mini crits, what's it gonna do? Okay, if you have like 5 health, right? You're gonna take 5 damage from pretty much anything. So why not be able to move faster to get to a health pack? Anyways. You just get free mobility at the cost of nothing, because you are going to die. If a heavy sees you, escape plan or not, you are going to die. So why not try to get out of there faster? Why not have a slightly better chance of getting out of there?
Okay.
This is terrible. Why would I need to get close to the enemy if I'm at low HP, being the second slowest thing in the game? But if I had to, it's definitely the worst in slot. And now these two are interchangeable, but I think, personally, I think the base jumper has like more use than this.
Yeah.
But I mean, why be a sitting duck when you could be a floating duck? So it's really
One thing though, Kyrian. Okay, yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to be like, you said we weren't allowed to put 2
yeah,
of the
this
same.
is definitely top
area.
though. This is definitely. I mean, these two are interchangeable. These two are interchangeable. You could technically do direct hit and rocket launcher. It's soldier's such a balanced class, but it's got these 3 little stinkers at the bottom that are completely unbalanced and shouldn't ever be used ever.
Yeah, no, that cone one, I was like, yeah, that's pretty bad.
It actually has one of the best mobility in the whole game because you could fly around the map. Then you can use the man treads to get there really quickly and move really fast, and then use this thing to get a guaranteed crit. You're basically playing Flying Spy at that point. However, it's not optimal whatsoever. So, I think this is the tier list. I think.
All right, and then
All
can
right.
we see ours compared to it?
Yeah. Screenshot that. Ignore all the X's. So this is your guys's.
Holy moly, that's a whole lot different.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Hey,
Bro, our best in slot went down to.
yeah. I mean, you guys
and then
were on point with a few of them. I think you guys were right with most of your AOKs. Same thing with your suboptimals. I think you're pretty okays with those. Your fun and goods were decent, except for the Righteous Bison. When Jay said this, the Righteous Bison was the best in slot, I cupped my hands and shed a single tear.
Yeah, I was like, best in slot.
Bro, I've never played. It's not my fault.
That's the fun of it, though. Seeing what you guys think of weapons on a blank sheet of paper versus how they
You
actually
also
play
never
out.
told us about that secret
I know.
stuff.
I said I'd be reading what's on it, not what's also about it. I told you guys I wouldn't be telling you all of the stats. Just kind of the
Oh,
basics so
you're
you
kinda
understand the
gay.
weapon.
Oh, you're kind of gay.
Oh. Okay,
All right.
well,
Oh,
All right, let's.
that's
Wow,
it.
we're terrible. Jace,
guess so.
you suck.